Fix your credit, girl. This back is on me. Go get your pedigree. I hate fucking TikTok.
You're watching Anime Sundays.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Anime Sundays, the show where we talk about anime, yes, on Sundays, and I am your host, Jared Ross. And today we actually have a debate that is not technically about an anime. Yes, you probably guessed it. I will be discussing a popular debate that has come about in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So today we will be discussing a versus battle between Azula and Kuvira.
Your Princess Azula!
You can call me Kuvira.
Now, hopefully some of you have seen both Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. I believe both are great series, and I believe both are critical to know who is stronger. If you don't know anything about either, Azula, Princess of the Fire Nation, daughter of Fire Lord Ozai, fire-bending prodigy, heir to the throne to be the Fire Lord, has fire so advanced that it actually is blue, which we know is hotter than normal red fire, and can also lightning bend. One of the few advanced firebenders that can shoot lightning literally out of her fingertips. I mean, she is a problem. And you also have Kuvira, was the metal bending captain in Legend of Korra, leader of the Beifong brigade there. I forgot exactly what the name was, but led by Sunyin Beifong, who we know is the daughter of Toph Beifong. Expert metal bender. I mean, we've seen her put in work. They are both some pretty serious enemies. So for me, I'm gonna have to go with Azula. I do believe this is a pretty close battle. For one, Azula has no experience with metal bending because Toph was the founder, and in the Legend of Korra, they are, pretty advanced metal benders in their society. They have advanced the art, the technique, the skill to a whole new level. I do understand Kuvira is a pretty great metal bender, gave Korra a run for her money, but if you measure up a lot of the major feats side by side, for example, Azula has fought Aang several times and kind of bested him almost every time until he got into the Avatar state, and even then still got the upper hand on him. We see it, the underground diamond magical, spiritual area under Ba Sing Se, and we see the iconic moment of Azula blasting Aang out the sky with a lightning bolt while he's in the Avatar state. If we look at Kuvira's moment with the Avatar state, she fought a technically fully healed Korra, but we know mentally and spiritually she was not fully healed. She was still having trouble getting back into the Avatar state, just basically keeping up. So yes, you could say Kuvira, had her fair share of bullying an Avatar as well, but Korra was in a weakened state. But even in that weakened state, when she used the Avatar state, she pretty much blew Kuvira out the water. Like, he was on her back, couldn't get up. She thought it was going to be KO until Korra, again, mentally fell out of the Avatar state. Azula, again, in that same battle where she shot Aang out of the sky, she's knocking Aang out of his earth bending, she's stopping Katara's water bending attacks, she's hanging with Iroh. Azula, before she lost her mental state of mind, she was really out here. Not to mention on the drill where she fought Aang, again, hanging with all his elements, having the upper hand in battle, literally about to capture bro almost every time until Aang has to literally outsmart her and come up with some new method or some new strategy in which he's using all his bending just to get away. We've seen the iconic fight with Zuko, the type of firepower they were putting out when the comet was at its highest. I mean, and even when she was still put in metal chains, and she was still shooting fire out of her mouth. Like, she was still a wild animal that could have still done some serious damage. Let's go back to Kuvira again. Now, Kuvira is over here hanging with the Beifong sisters, hanging with their brigade. Now, mind you, she does have a whole army with her, but she is still pretty much outdoing everybody in metal bending. You could argue, yeah, she probably is one of the strongest metal benders in the show, but that doesn't mean I don't think Azula doesn't have an answer for metal bending. If for some reason her hands get bound or tied up, she is just as dangerous on her feet. Who knows what she can possibly do with a clear head if metal bending is a serious problem for her, because every other element doesn't seem to be. That's just how good of a fighter and prodigy she is. When it comes to Kuvira heading towards the end of the season, when we see Korra actually getting back on her grind, back on her spiritual connection, she beats Kuvira. She has the upper hand. She shows her in a room full of metal objects that, listen, you may be a good metal bender, but I also know a thing or two, and I'm the Avatar, and I'm here to put in work. I feel like at the end of the day, Azula has shown us more impressive feats against an Avatar, against great firebenders. Even Iroh was like, man, I can't be fucking around with Azula on the regular. She's hard. Azula really was out here running shit in Avatar before she started kind of losing it with her mother and father and, you know, all the family trauma she had. For me, I gotta give it to Azula. Stronger flames. Although Kuvira is a great fighter and expert tactician, I feel like her metal bending won't always save her. If Azula sees it once or twice, she'll know, okay, this one can bend metal. I have to be really cautious. Now, yes, those little wrist things are very dangerous when bending metal. Of course, you can say, oh, well, if she doesn't know about metal bending, Kuvira can just capture her, GG. I feel like you gotta give a little bit more leeway to Azula in that matter in terms of she just won't get caught slipping that easily. And then again, lightning bending. Who's to say that she just can't melt through metal with her lightning or just zap it away? Azula has a little bit more in her arsenal, and I feel like although Kuvira is hard, I do feel like Azula would get the upper hand at the end of the battle, but not easily though. So yeah, thank you again for coming to my Avatar debate. I'm going to try and get a little bit more into maybe some non-anime / anime shows. We'll see what the community is looking for. Appreciate y'all tuning in and hope to see y'all next Sunday.